Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to talk to you about Japan. If you guys have been watching my recent uploads, I've been posting a lot of vlogs of my time in Japan. I'm back now, like I've been back for about 5 weeks now. Honestly, the experience was amazing. It's always hard for me to find the right words to describe the whole experience. So today I will be trying to express that to you, and there'll be more vlogs coming out soon. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy this video and maybe this gives you some insight into why I went to Japan and what it was like. So first off, I think you guys are wondering, why did I go to Japan? And this is a funny story, but I actually went to Japan 2 years prior to this. There's also vlogs on my channel, and it was the best experience of my life. And I really worked hard to get to Japan 2 years ago. I went with my school. Ever since I went then, I had my heart set on Japan, and everything I'm doing now is kind of working towards going back to Japan again. So to be honest, Japan has just been a place that I always felt called to be. At a really young age, I love Japanese culture, particularly Japanese anime and manga, but I also love the traditional culture. I love the Japanese people, to be honest. They're just so sweet and kind, and I really have a heart for them as well, and the country. And so I've been wanting to go back for such a long time now, and I found the Summer of Service program, which is basically where you serve at a church for the summer and you do different ministries, and it's kind of similar to missionary work as well. And I found it online, I looked into it, it was great, but I didn't have the money, so I just kind of put it in the back burner. I thought, well, this is a great opportunity, but maybe it's not for me because like I'm not made of money, and like student finance is not going to cover it, and I didn't have a job at the time, and I just thought, Lord, like I have no money, like how am I going to do this? And so I applied. I don't know why I still applied. So I got it all sorted out from probably 2 months prior to the deadline. I got everything done and sorted out, and I sent it off. Kind of knew I didn't have the money, so it was really faith, I would say. Like I just had a little bit of faith that if God wants me to go, and this was the same faith based on what he had done prior, because funny story, when I went to Japan the first time, I didn't have the money again, and God really did provide. And so I kind of carried that faith from that trip, and I thought to myself, well, Lord, you did it once, you can do it again. If you want me to go, please provide the finances, Lord, please. And please just make it clear that you want me to go, open the door wide, and like make it clear that you want me to go, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I was praying about that, my mum was praying about it, and got to the point where I got accepted. Now, it took so long for them to tell me I got accepted that I actually thought I didn't get accepted, so I completely forgot about it. I started applying for summer jobs, and at this point, the last thing in my mind was going to Japan. But the time I got accepted, my mum had this idea that why didn't I pay this off with my overdraft, and then I was a bit worried about that because I didn't want to be in debt. I'm not in debt, I'm already in debt. I didn't want to be in overdraft, but she said, you know what, Lord will provide. And honestly, guys, he did. He provided in the most amazing but strange way. And my mum got this big sum of money from PPI and was able to pay off the whole thing with no overdraft worries or anything, and plus extra. And then I got paid all this tax rebate stuff. Like I was being taxed too much, so I got money back from that, and it was just amazing how God's timing was perfect. This was all on the day that I flew out to Japan. That was like a sure sign for me that I was meant to go from that point. And when I was there, I didn't feel the same way I felt the first time I went to Japan. The first time I went, I was giddy, I was excited, I can see a fly in my window. I was kind of in a fantasy la la land, like to the point where I wasn't really taking in the whole experience. I was vlogging too every single day. I was just a full-on tourist, but this time I was going for a different purpose, so I had that in the back of my mind the whole time. So whilst I was there, yeah, I just felt kind of overwhelmed a lot of the time. I was like, I can't believe I'm here, Lord. Like, I really can't believe this is happening right now. Like, I just couldn't digest the fact that I was in Japan. But it was a different way. And I was enjoying myself, but I was also sort of reluctant to really, I don't know, something was holding me back. I don't really know what it was. Maybe it was fear, anxiety, or just pressure that I was putting on myself, like thinking this is my one and only chance, like I need to make it count. I want to be in Japan and be able to practice Japanese and interact with Japanese people and make Christian friends and la da da da. And I think my motives were all over the place. And halfway through the program, I hit an all-time low. No, I don't know if it was halfway, maybe it was near the beginning. I hit all-time low and I was really depressed, like properly depressed. I've never been that low in my life before. And my spirit was really troubled. I was really down. And I was surrounded by good people. Everyone was really loving and really caring, and there was just a lot of cultural differences and a lot of cultural clashes and a lot of misunderstandings on my part. I just took things a bit too personally. I was very reserved and isolated myself. I didn't make the most of the fact that I was in Japan like I wanted to. So I kind of knew that, and that was frustrating me even more. God was working throughout this whole time. Even though I was in a dark place, he would send people to comfort me. He would send people to encourage me. And to be honest, the biggest thing that he did whilst I was there was speak to me directly through his word. And during sermons or during devotionals, it was like God was literally speaking at me. Like everything that they preached on was directly what I needed to hear. And it was so weird because it felt so personal. And God was really trying to encourage me and be like, Malaika, you're meant to be here. And that's when I knew, no matter what happens, I know that God wants me to be here. And actually, I felt this sense of belonging. At the end of it, I was like, you know what? I belong in Japan. Like, not even just I should be here. Like, I belong here. Like, I can see my future here. I can see my purpose being here. I can see a vision. It's like a vision was slowly coming into focus. And I was seeing a preview into my future. And it was just crazy how God really built amazing relationships with people. To this day, I'm still talking with them, and usually I would just be terrible with communication. And so I just think he's doing an amazing work in Japan. In the missionaries that are already there, I was inspired so much and encouraged and uplifted and really kind of humbled by them, because they really showed me myself. And not in a way to say, oh, they're better than me, but they really showed me what I was lacking and how little my faith really was. And they put the whole world into perspective, because we live in a society, I don't say we live, but I live in a society in London where it's fast paced and you only think about yourself. And when you go to Japan, the culture is like flipped on its head, and you're meant to be thinking about other people. You put other people first. It's about the collective community. It was just weird how everything really shifted in my mind, and I kind of got a better understanding of the world. And I was around different people from different nationalities as well, and ethnicities. It wasn't just Japanese. There was a lot of Americans. Might go into that in another video. The cultural clashes that I had and differences and shocks. But the overall experience was one of a kind, and I can't honestly wait to go back. I really can't. When I was leaving, I felt this sense of sadness that, you know, I don't want to go. Like, I feel like it was by the end that I felt like I just started to settle in. It's so weird. It took me 5 whole weeks to settle in, but for others it was quicker. But for me, it just really took a long time to just overcome those hurdles, those obstacles, because the devil knew I was meant to be there, and he didn't like it, and he attacked me in so many ways I can't even begin to explain to you. It was a lot of mental and emotional things that were going on, but I really was able to get through it only because God showed me a way out of that, and he literally grabbed my hand and took me through it. And I would just say, like, the things I was able to do there, the skills that I learned, the friendships that I built, the insights that I got from the people there, and the hospitality and love I was shown, I don't know, I've never experienced anything like it. This is kind of a milestone for me that I have gone to Japan twice now. You guys are gonna see in my vlogs what else I got up to, but there was some points where I didn't even feel like vlogging. I was really depressed. I didn't really want to take the camera out. I just did want to detach myself from everything, and so I was really shy. I didn't want to say anything because I felt judged, and I don't know why. It was all in my head. And then I've got social anxiety. I got social anxiety on top of that, and it was just a nightmare. But God got me through, and to this day, I really have to thank everyone there for being patient with me and for understanding and supporting me through the whole summer of service. I just feel really blessed to have been able to go again this summer. I really didn't think I would be able to, and it feels surreal just thinking about it now. But yeah, that's all I wanted to share. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. Vlogs are coming out, whether you like it or not. I just hope that you enjoy the next vlog. I'm gonna keep pushing this content out for you. I'm going back to uni soon, so things are gonna start slowing down. Thank you guys for the support and thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.
I see so low from that chief. I love how he came up by the screen.